Hey guys, thank you for clicking on today's video. So obviously by the title of this video, you already know what I'm going to be speaking on. I know I joke around a lot on my other videos and stuff, but I kind of want to be a little bit more serious for today's topic in honor of September 11 attack on 2001. Alright guys, sorry, I just wanted to make sure that there was good lighting for this video. But I want to sit back and get a little bit serious and kind of give you where I was at that moment when September 11 happened and what I was doing, what I think about it now, and shit like that. So September 11th, 2001, right? At the time, I was in 6th grade. I was already 12 years old. So I honestly don't really remember much exactly, but I do remember some. And now when I got a little bit older, now thinking about it, I kind of realized like, oh shit, like that explains everything. I just remember we were in the classroom and, all my classmates and I were kind of like sitting around in little groups. I don't remember exactly what we were doing. I think I think it was like some type of like group reading that we were having or something. And I also remember the teachers having this very like serious face. Like they were just standing with their arms crossed, like literally kind of like they were just like this, very serious with their arms crossed. And which explains it, like I feel like they were acting weird, like I think me and my classmates can tell that the teachers were acting a little bit kind of like weird, like just very serious, different. I remember also like the teachers kind of like coming in and out of the classroom, talking with the other teachers and shit like that. But they were very serious. I think they were kind of like in shock and didn't want to, now thinking about it, I think they didn't want to really express any emotions, just, not to scare us, not to scare the kids about what was going on in New York. Also, I remember, because this was like, I think it happened like right after we had lunch or something. And I remember a bunch of like my classmates leaving. And I remember me and like the kids were just kind of joking. And I remember this little kid was like, dang, that's the fifth person that's leaving. Like, why is, like, we were all like, haha, like, why is everyone leaving? Can we leave early too? So I think what was going on was that there were some parents that were coming to pick up their kids because of what was going on. Everybody was hearing the news and stuff and on the radio what was going on in New York. And I think the parents were just like scared and they just wanted to come pick the kids up. But yeah, we definitely noticed that, like, all the kids noticed, like, why is everyone leaving? Like, that's the 5th person that someone has come picked up, gotten picked up from school. So I thought that was kind of weird too. But anyways, I didn't really know of the news until I got home from school. So by this time it was already afternoon, and I just remember, I think my dad like kind of picked me up from the school bus, or actually no, I was walking from the school bus home, and I remember getting home and I go into my parents' room and my dad and one of my brothers were just like staring at the TV, and it was very like quiet. Like I was like what's going on? Like I just looked at the TV and I was just like, I thought it looked like I was looking into a movie, like one of those like action movies or something. Like I was like looking at the TV and I was just like, what the hell is, like, what's going on? I was like, what is that? Like and my dad was like, oh, some terrorists hijacked planes and they crashed into the towers and stuff, you know, to the World Trade Center towers. And at that moment, I just remember, like, what, like, huh, like, some terrorists, like, oh, shit, like, I just remember, to me, my initial thought was just like, oh, a lot of people are dying right now in New York, is what I thought, and I was like, oh, shit, you know, like, I didn't really, when that happened, when I heard about it, I didn't really grasp the emotional part of it. I was just kind of like, oh, shit, people are dying, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was 12 years old, so I didn't really understand. I didn't really know what a terrorist was and stuff like that. Like, I wasn't sure. So, you know, moving on towards everything else as I'm getting older, not until after high school is when I really, for some reason, you know, every year after that, everything, you know, September 11 is always remembered, right? You know, we always give a memory of what is it? A moment of silence for September 11th. Which, by the way, I kind of want to do right now. Let's give a moment of silence for everybody that died. So moving forward, not until I believe after I got out of high school, I was already 18. I was actually on the way to joining the army. I was about to ship off and just thinking about that stuff and coming back from boot camp. You know, me, since I've just joined the military, I was like, what, 20 at the time, and that's when I really started to, and then September 11 comes around again, and this is when I really got kind of curious to get a little bit more details of what exactly happened that day, how many people were affected by it. I just got curious. So I honestly don't remember when, but I just remember that once I started researching more about September 11th, I was just like just drawn into what was going on that day. Like, from everyone that had passed away because of it, from the people that were affected, like the families, the journalist, which I'm gonna talk about in a minute, the firefighters, like, ooh, like, and then that's when I was really into, like, oh my gosh, like, I got so curious that I was, like, watching documentaries. I was reading articles, I was reading what people were saying and writing, and just all these fucking shit. Like, I was just so into it. And I came across this documentary that I think I saw on YouTube. I will link it below. To me, I don't know why this was so, like, I was so drawn to this that I just had to, like, watch it. And I wanted to do my research on it. And it's a picture. I'm going to post a picture up right here. It's a picture of a man falling, which I think the documentary is called, I forgot what it's called. It's something like, Who is this man? Or Who is this man falling? The Fallen Man, or something like that. And I don't know why, but this picture just, it's so sad to me. Like, it's so, like, I'm devastated. Like, every time I look at this picture, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, my heart just sinks. Out of all this picture, I don't know why this picture just spoke to me. And that's when I really was just like, oh my gosh, I really want to, and I got into watching this documentary about where they're trying to find out who this man is, pretty much. And it's like journalists and people that worked for the news and stuff like that, that's what it's about. And then they eventually find out who this man was that was falling, and they were able to identify the man. But pretty much that man was on top of the towers. So, you know, the towers, the plane crashes. So he's in that top area where there's literally, he can't, like, he's there, he's stuck there. You know, those people were stuck there. There's nothing they can do. So obviously this man just decided to jump for his life. You know, he's like, pretty much he said, fuck this. You know, I either gonna die jumping, or I'm just gonna die. If I sit here, I'm gonna die in the flames, and it's gonna fall down, you know. So that is just, man, I'm gonna really link the documentary because I find it so interesting. And if you're curious to like learn about that shit too, I will link it down below. But yeah, I mean, unfortunate that this fucking happened. And there's also so many fucking like conspiracies that you can look into. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies that, man, like they pull up like fucking proof. It's ridiculous. Like they pull up proof where it's like, it makes you like, oh shit, like this could possibly be it, you know what I mean? Like this could possibly happen from all the conspiracies that about September 11, like, oh, it was the president, the government was behind it. But I in my sense, like, I try not to focus too much on like who did it, which yes, that also is important, and Osama bin Laden and all that people, and I try not to focus too much because fuck that, you know. At this point, it's like, it happened, you know. I was more worried about like, fuck, like all the people that were affected, like that people that we lost that day. It's so emotional. I'm more focused on the people that we lost, and the people that were affected by this, and that will always be affected by this, you know, family members that they lost on that day, or friends or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's insane. It's really insane. And I kind of wanted to make this video before, I don't know, I just, you know, the memory, because I was a child, so I don't want to make this video 20 years from now and like, well, I don't really remember, but you know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to make this video. But not only as a, you know, Army veteran, I also want to make this video because we went to war. Like, it was war. A lot of soldiers died over this shit too, you know, because after that, we went to war. Like, United States went to war with Iraq and Afghanistan and all those countries, and it sucks. And I had a lot of people that I knew that were deployed over there. My brother, man, my mom was devastated when because my brother joined the Navy when he was 17, so my mom was like scared shitless. I just remember her like always like waiting by her phone to see if my brother's gonna call. But yeah, my brother was in the Navy. He joined the Navy after 3 or 4 years after that happened. So yeah, my mom was very scared for him too. But yeah, I just think it's really important. I feel like as every human being, like, if you don't think about what happened on September 11 and you have no emotion towards what happened that day, because it's a big day. Like, this is like a history and moment of American history, you know, like a lot of problems were caused because, you know, this was like a setback for us. It destroyed a lot of things, you know what I mean? Which, by the way, I really want to go back and visit New York soon and visit the World Trade Center, like, memorial thing that they have there, and kind of just, you know, pay respect to that. I really want to go. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I don't know what to say much more of it. It's just sad that it happened. You know, I try to like think about like, fuck, like, what if I was in that situation? It would really suck. Like, I would be scared shitless. Imagine, because back then in that moment, we didn't really have, I don't think, we didn't really have like social media. You know, we have Snapchat right now, we have Facebook video and live, and imagine if we had all those like social medias, that technology that we have now. There would be probably so much more videos, probably more evidence, and more of a look of what actually happened. And, you know, like, it's insane. So, but anyways, I don't know. I feel affected too because I was just, you know, I was a soldier. So it's like, that shit make me, like, there were so many emotions that came from that day, that growing up as an adult, I was just like, it made me so angry. so angry. I was sad. I was angry. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, what is this world coming to? This is kind of like the moment too where I kind of felt like, fuck, like, as an adult, like, I was just like, as a young adult, I was just like, this is the real world, you know what I mean? Like, holy shit. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Leave this video like this. I don't want to make this video too long. But yeah, guys, let me know where were you in that moment when September 11 happened. I would love to hear your experience on all that and your thoughts, or if you have any conspiracies that you actually believe happened and stuff like that. Let me know. I like to learn about this stuff. It's very interesting to me. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys somehow enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave me a comment. But yeah, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching and listening. I will see you on my next video. Bye.